What's up, everybody? It's your favorite clown prince of crime, favorite nerd, and today we are looking at Play Arts Kai Dark Knight Joker. And this thing is a piece of art. You might have thought I was going another direction with that, but no, this thing is perfect. I love it. I mean, there's a few things, you know, nitpicks and stuff, but overall, it's definitely one of the best toys I've ever bought. I love this thing. Like, I look at it constantly. I always wanted a Dark Knight Joker toy, but you know, a lot of the regular like retail molds that come out for that kind of stuff just look silly. It doesn't quite look like the Joker. It doesn't quite look like Heath Ledger. It just doesn't quite look like anything. This is the Dark Knight Joker. There's no doubt about it. Those other ones, it's confusing. You know, it's like,
is that supposed to be the Joker?
I guess. But this, on the other hand, is no question who this is supposed to be. There's so much that goes into them that we're going to take a look at the accessories, and then we're going to start from top to bottom and talk about this guy. Okay, accessory-wise, you of course get the Play Arts Kai stand. You get a knife and a Joker playing card, which we'll look at that my Joker's currently holding. And then for the rest of the accessories, they really pulled no punches, spared no expense. You get the the robbery mask Joker, and it's all like one piece of plastic. Well, it's one piece on another piece, but it's not like you can take the mask off. But what it gives you is a more streamlined look when it comes to the head, and it just pops right onto the ball joint. You get the like dirty makeup head, and it's awesome. You know, really nice. I mean, the amount of detail that goes into, the amount of work that goes into that is really just, it's really just second to none. And then you get a fist hand, and the hand is washed, and you know, the little rivets in the glove are all molded and all that kind of stuff. And then you get a this hand here, which there's another hand that holds the knife that I have on that we'll look at later, but this one I think is supposed to hold the card, but I kind of like it between the other hand that I'll show you later, because then you can have a knife hand and a card hand, because this hand is a left hand and then so is the knife hand. So that's kind of like a pain in the nuts, but otherwise it's pretty cool. And then you get one Joker card that mine is holding, and then this other Joker card that's not as movie accurate as the one that's, you know, more known. But like, look at that there, like the tiny little print on it. And then what did they do? Did they go ahead and put the detailing of the pattern on the back of the card? Does it get any better than that? Come on, son. But starting off with this head, you know, the detail, the paintwork, it's all spot on. Sometimes Play Arts Kai, I feel like, even with their movie line figures, have a tendency to kind of go a little anime, but with this unit, it's spot on. You know, the only thing better might be a Hot Toys in terms of just sculpt of the head, but this is like a quarter of the price. But the neck is on a ball joint, the head is on a ball joint, so you can get, you know, pretty much any kind of look you want out of him. The arms are on butterfly joints, and you know, you do get the little gap, you know, but it's nothing to be that upset about, you know. And if you're posing them in the front, you don't really, you know, you don't really notice as much. I mean, yeah, there's this gap here, and yeah, that's not natural, but you know, there's plenty of ways to pose them where that doesn't become an issue. Elbows are on the typical Play Arts Kai ball disc that swivels at both ends, and same at the wrist. I got this hand holding, you know, the knife there, and then I think he's actually supposed to hold the cards with this hand, but if you wedge the card right between the fingers, it works like a champ. And I can show you a little bit of detailing on that card. I mean, she's a beaut, Clark. But the coat all has washes on it, and all the little studs, so to speak, or rivets on the seam of the coat here are all molded in. Same with the button holders here, all molded in. And then we have a little torso ball joint here, and you don't get much, you know, but you get enough, you know, to do what you want to do. No real waist on the unit. You got to swivel up at the top here at this joint, which, you know, this piece here is kind of covering it, so I'm not exactly sure why they didn't add something in there. But what are you going to do? And then it's got this piece of soft plastic here for his wallet chain, and ratcheted universal joints for the well, they're like universal ball joints for the hips, which don't really allow much of a thigh swivel, which is kind of the other problem, but once again not a huge problem for me. And once again on the green here, all washed and dry brushed. There's the design on the tie, you know, there's I mean, just the paint on the head sculpt. I mean, I keep going back to the head sculpt, but you know, it is something to behold. It's something to appreciate. Double jointed knees, which do fall into the Play Arts Kai problem of knees, but you know, you're not going to put him in too many dynamic poses, I don't think. You know, he's more of a standing type of character. My big complaint is with the pants, and you kind of have to have the shoe a certain way in order for the, you know, the folds in the pants to like look right, but that way isn't really conducive to him standing, and that is kind of frustrating. But that's really my only disappointment. And then this cape, the cloak here in the back is soft plastic. All the pinstripes here are all molded in. The ankle has the same ratcheted ball swivel that swivels at the top and bottom here. So you get the rocker, you get the tilt, you get everything you could possibly want. Look at the shoe work, the shoe sculpt, all the details, the laces, the washes. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful figure. Back to the trench coat. This is all washed here, and this is a soft plastic, and then these are on ratcheted ball joints, so you can pose the, you know, the cloak or the trench coat rather, and you know, get it in a little bit more of a dynamic pose. He's pretty awesome. Definitely one of my favorite pieces. I'm going to show you some size comparisons, because I'm going to show you how he ties into kind of anything you could possibly want. So there he is with Batman from the Dark Knight series, and you can see like Batman's kind of crouched down a little bit, so he's a little bit taller, and you know, that works perfectly. At the same time, he doesn't look hateful with the Play Arts Kai Arkham City line Harley Quinn. It's the best of both worlds. You know, there's nothing to be mad at here. It works everywhere. I display mine with Harley, you know, and he's on a shelf below my Batman, my movie Batman. So, what's to be mad at, nerds? Final thoughts, this figure will not disappoint. The detailing is great, the molding is great, the sculpt is great, the paint is great, the washes are great, the dry brushing is great, the accessories are great. It's great. Has a few flaws, has a few problems. Like I said, it's hard to ever find the perfect toy. But for me, with the Dark Knight Joker, this is the way to go. You don't have to spend $600 for a doll or a hot toy. And I'm not knocking the guys that are into that. I mean, I get it. It's just putting that bad boy in little outfits, man. There's something about it that sets off my spidey sense. But if you're looking for a quote-unquote affordable Joker figure that look great on a shelf, that you can admire, that you can be proud of, this is the way to go. And it's almost to a point where I'm like, go ahead and buy it, and if you don't like it, I'll buy it from you. You know, I'll take two. Almost. I really can't say enough good things about it. It's one of my favorite pieces here in the Nurgle Emporium, my basement. So yeah, pick this unit up. Good solid unit. I am going to put together a video real quick of how to show how to put together the Play Arts stand. A couple people have been asking about it. It's no big deal. And then I'll be back Monday, and I think we're going to do iGears RC. So I'll see you then. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.